out that my husband was screwing around and told me that he'd rather divorce me than give his phone password. Now he's relentlessly bugging me for remarrying quickly. We'd been married 3 years when it happened. 3 years of splitting everything 50-50, joint bank accounts, shared Netflix password, the whole deal. We knew each other's email passwords, had fingerprint access to each other's laptops. We were that couple who joked about having no secrets. Until the day my car broke down on the highway. It was August 95 degrees and my phone was completely dead. I'd left my charger at home that morning. When the tow truck guy asked me to call my insurance, I turned to Chase and said, "Can I use your phone to call ALA?" He was sitting right next to me in his car. He'd come to pick me up while we waited for the tow. No, not hold on, let me close something first. Not sure, but let me unlock it. Just a flat no. I actually laughed because I thought he was joking. What? Use the tow truck driver's phone, he said, not looking at me. Chase, my entire insurance account is linked to my number. I need to call from my phone or use yours since you're on my plan. What's the big deal? His jaw tightened. I don't let anyone use my phone. It's a privacy thing. I'm not anyone. I'm your wife. If you don't trust me, maybe we should just get divorced. The words came out so fast, so smooth, like he'd been practicing them, like he'd been waiting for an excuse to say them. I sat there in his passenger seat, heat blasting, cars zooming past us on the highway, and I felt something click into place. All those late nights working, the way he'd started sleeping with his phone under his pillow, how he'd changed his passcode from our anniversary to something I didn't know. Okay, I said, let's do that. His face went completely white. His mouth opened and closed like a fish. Apparently he'd expected me to cry and apologize and beg him to trust me. Instead, I borrowed the tow truck driver's phone, called my mom, and had her pick me up. I left Chase sitting there in his car on the side of the highway. I filed the next week. He tried to talk me out of it exactly once, saying we were throwing away something good over nothing. When I asked him to unlock his phone right then and there to prove it was nothing, he walked out of the lawyer's office. The divorce took 6 months. He fought me on everything. The house, the car, even the furniture we'd bought together. His lawyer kept filing extensions, motions, requests for documentation. My lawyer said he was stalling, but I didn't know why until I told her I'd subpoena his phone records. She sent the letter on a Tuesday. By Friday, Chase had signed everything. I got the house. He got his precious secrets and whatever guilt he'd been hiding. The papers finalized on a Wednesday in February. I celebrated by changing all the locks and painting the bedroom a color he'd always hated. 2 weeks later, he texted me. Just a, "Hey, how are you doing?" I ignored it. Then he was showing up at my work with my favorite coffee order, leaving flowers on my porch, sending me Instagram reels of couples getting back together videos. After 3 weeks of this, he showed up at my house on a Saturday morning. I opened the door to find him on one knee in my driveway, holding a ring, a bigger ring than the one he'd proposed with the first time. "I made the biggest mistake of my life," he said, loud enough for my neighbors to hear. "Marry me again. Let me spend the rest of my life making it up to you." I stared at him, at this man I'd shared a bed with for 3 years, who wouldn't let me make a phone call. "Why?" I asked. "Because I love you. Because I realized what I lost." "That's not it. What's really going on?" His smile altered. He stood up, brushed off his knees. "Can we talk inside?" "No, say it right here." He looked around at the neighbors who were definitely watching now. Then he stepped closer and lowered his voice. "Okay, look, you remember Vanessa from my work?" I did. He'd mentioned her maybe twice. "She's pregnant. It's mine. Her dad's some big shot lawyer in Boston, and he's threatening to take me for everything in a paternity suit. Child support, college fund, the whole thing. But if I'm married when the baby comes, I can negotiate better terms. And then after things settle down, we can divorce again quietly, and I'll have protected my assets." I actually took a step back. "You want to marry me so you can divorce me again to save money on your child support payments? It would help us both. You'd get financial security during the marriage and get off my property. Come on, be reasonable. It's just a piece of paper. We were good together once. You wouldn't unlock your phone. That's what started this. And now you're asking me to unlock my entire life again so you can use me as a legal shield." His face hardened. "You're really going to be this petty? I'm going to close this door now. If you come back, I'm filing for a restraining order." That was 4 months ago. He still texts every few weeks. Different approaches each time. Apologetic, then angry, then apologetic again. Last week, he tried to tell me Vanessa trapped him, and he's the real victim. I don't respond anymore. I just save the screenshots. My lawyer says to keep doing exactly that. Apparently, desperate people make useful mistakes. And Chase is getting more desperate by the day. The baby's due in 3 months.